dual enrollment classes can be off campus, but they also can be actually on your campus. Like in other words, here's what I have. These are the classes I just added. I added anatomy and physiology and AP bio. We have 2 sections of anatomy and physiology, 1 section of AP bio. I hired a person with a PhD in biochemistry that was a medical researcher at Mount Sinai. He had enough of doing that, he wanted to come here. So now I have a person that has the credentials. It doesn't have to be a PhD, it just has to be a master's in the field. So what I did was I took our curriculum and his resume, sent it to Seton Hall, and I said, look, I want to make these 2 classes. Now there were other ones, I'm just talking about these 2 for a minute. I want to make these 2 classes dual enrollment. So in other words, what happens is, the students in your school, it just so happens that the teacher is qualified enough to teach a class at Seton Hall. So the class that he has is actually going to get a grade for us, like on his report card, then he gets a grade for Seton Hall. The best part of it, though, is that at Seton Hall, it's $1,000 a credit. $1,000 a credit compared to, is there a water in it? Compared to 75. But I talk too much. John said, don't talk too much, too. He called me today and said, don't talk too much. They'll get glassy-eyed. I know. But you get me going on those 2 topics, and it's hard to stop. So here's an example, just of what you said. I mentioned this before. AP Bio, Anatomy, and Phys. It's 16 credits. At Seton Hall, that would cost $16,000. At our school, it costs $1,200. Now I started this other program with Bergen County College, and this I really liked because if you know anything about County College, a few years back, I think it was Governor Corzine signed a bill that said that now all state schools in New Jersey must accept county college credit. So I started this program, Accounting 1, because Seton Hall said no. So Seton Hall said we won't do the accounting. But Bergen said yes. Now the beauty about Bergen was, and I know you don't have a lot of this, but if you do, it's a good thing to promote. If you have a student who's eligible for free and reduced lunch, that doesn't mean he actually gets it, just means that they're eligible. In other words, they're struggling financially. The course is only $15 for 3 credits. So I could have a kid that takes 3 classes in the school, it'll cost $45, and he's going to walk out of school with 9 credits. I mean, I think it's an unbelievable program. So that's what we did. This is like, you know, a real big thing of mine. I'm actually going now on November 2nd. I'm going to research the program at Syracuse because that's also has a big name. I think I added some of that, right? 2 of my big topics are the dual enrollment and the iPads.